actual exam, if you get this kind of reading, for that you don't understand the meaning of this, then you can read one or two sentences, two lines. The extinct hyacin, also known as Tasmanian tiger, it means they are going to talk about some animal. One animal they are talking, and its disappearance from this world. So not more than that, you should not read it. Now I have understood that they are talking about some dog or tiger kind of animal. Okay, for this reading we have two types of question. First is fill in the blanks, you can see, and one word also. Complete the notes with one word. Second type of question we have true false not given. So which question you are going to do first? Of course I will be doing my first type of question, because they will share actual thing what happened. First they will pick, the examiner will pick the this reading passage, and then he will decide, he will just design all the questions. Okay, so two types of question definitely. First half will be about fill in the blanks, second half will be about true false not given. So really I'm telling you, it's very easy to find answers only if you apply proper strategies for each type of question. Here this is fill in the blanks. Okay, the words before and after the blank, they are also important sometimes to find the location and the correct answer, in fact, for the fill in the blanks. And if you do not get these words, some students are weak in getting understanding the paraphrasing or synonyms, then you can just try to find the words that cannot be changed with synonym or paraphrasing. See this, these are the words I have selected. These words will take me to the location of these questions. This first number question, hunting also. Let's do it. So complete the notes, one word only. We need to write only one word. One word means not, we will not be adding any a, the, its, in, of. No, only one word means main noun, you have to write it. So this is the topic. Appearance and behavior look like a dog. First we will try to find the word dog. Of course we will try to find the words from the first paragraph. Had a series of stripes along its body and tail, ate something. He or this animal is going to so in past they are talking, they ate and entirely something, everything, some died, they are talking. Okay, let's go to first paragraph. You do practice with me, definitely you will get benefit. I will show you the passage also and the question also. Okay, so I was just telling you, we will just try to find the location of this dog, stripes and all in first paragraph. We will start the this reading passage with first paragraph for finding the this thing. So I am looking for dog only. Dog is here. Okay, stripes also, and body and tail. Its most feature was dark brown stripes over its back, beginning rear at the body and extending its tail. So all the words we have got. Now coming to the main thing, ate something, feed, for something, food kind of thing. Died, they are talking. The nose, tail, length for males, so they are talking about length, and for females and male. So next paragraph. I know this reading is too light, but yes, I'm trying to show you. So we are looking for this entirely, died and ate. Now with option prime habitat, feeding is here. It was exclusively carnivorous, and its stomach was muscular with ability to eat large amount of food. Ate an entirely dash. Okay, let's read it thoroughly. The thylacine appeared to occupy most types of terrain except dense forest, with open this forest through its prime habitat. In terms of feeding, it was exclusively carnivorous. Entirely, exclusive means and its stomach was muscular with the inability to distend, so that it could eat large amount of foods at one time, probably an adaptation to compensate. Okay, no, so here main thing is exclusive is entirely. After that he's going to talk about eat and all. In terms of feeding means in terms of feeding, in terms of diet and all. So we will just write here carnivorous. Now next line, probably dependent mainly on dash when hunting. it was dependent mainly on dash when hunting. So hunting is important word here, and mainly also we can just find. So food is here, and yeah, let's find hunting kind of thing. Thylasin was not a fast runner, and probably word is here. Caught its prey by exhausting it during a long pursuit. During long distances chases, thylacines were likely to have relied more on scent than any other sense. Okay, from here to here, if you think that this is the proper exact location, probably yes, we have come to the main location of this question statement. But as I told you, probably caught its prey means they are talking about hunting only. They have changed this word also, so indirectly they are talking about during long distance chases means hunting time. But mainly probably dependent mainly on. So what was the main thing? During long distance chases, thylacines were likely here, probably to have relied more on. More means relied mainly dependent on scent. So on is also important word. So see this, with the help of this preposition we have got the location. So scent word I have written over here. Okay, now next third number. Young spent first months of life inside its mother belly, stomach. These kinds of things may be there, but we can't rely on our GK. We have to find it in the paragraph. So we have to find young one. Forest shelter during temperament. So here in this paragraph nothing is there relating to mother and all. So let's go to next paragraph. Okay, hopefully you are looking it, and please do practice with me. I will be showing everything. I am showing it to you. Breeding took place here, born. So it means here they are talking about mother is also here. Let's read it. Thylacine, like all, this was tiny and hairless when born. Newborns means young. Okay, crawled into pouch on the belly of their mother. Okay, now mother is also there. Newborns crawled into the pouch. Inside means into the pouch on the belly of their mother. So what will come? Pouch will come or belly? Mother's, we know it. Mother it is given. Mother's pouch or belly? So inside is inside into the pouch. So inside pouch we will just write here. Okay. Inside its mother's pouch, not belly. Now next question, number 4. Last evidence in mainland Australia is a 3100 year old. So this will take us to the location. This they can't change. This they can't change. Okay. Now let's go to. Now look at the next paragraph. So paragraph wise paragraph we are getting the answers. Australia is here, and let's find this 4000 years ago and 3100 years ago. So these are the words where we can get it. These numerical numbers we can easily recognize in the thousands of letters. So last evidence. Okay, so let's read it. Australia. Okay, the most recent, well dated. Most recent means last. The most recent, this is paraphrasing. Try to understand, it's paraphrasing. Well dated occurrence means evidence of a thylacine on the mainland is a carbon dated fossil from this Australia, which is around 3100 years old. Everything we have got. Its last evidence in main Australia is 3100 year old. What is the evidence? Evidence is this. Now what will we write? Carbon dated is one word and fossil, so it means these are two words. So what is the main word? What is the main noun? This is the noun. Here it is fossil will come. Okay, now I am doing it slowly so that you can understand it well. So yes, reduction. Dingoes, this word they can't change. Reduction in dash and available source of food were partly responsible for decline in Tasmania. Reduction in dash and available for sources of food were partly responsible. So there were two things responsible. First, available sources of food, and other thing which were responsible for decline in Tasmania. Okay, Tasmania also we need to find. Dingoes, let's find dingoes word over here. extinction. Dingoes is here in Australia with a similar predator in New Geneva. Dingoes were never reached Tasmania, and most scientists see this as the main reason for the thylacine survival there. Okay, so we are looking for main reason were partly responsible for decline in Tasmania. Let's move to next page. So next page, yes, decline means reduction of the thylacine in Tasmania. This is the location, which began in 1830s and continued for a century, which is generally attributed to relentless efforts of sheep farmers and bounty hunters with shotguns. Okay, so food also let's find. I will not read so much. Factors. It is likely that various factors also contributed to the decline and eventual extinction of the species. These include competition with wild dog introduced by this, loss of habitat, along with disappearance of prey species, which may have affected thylacine. Okay, so reduction in means loss of habitat, along with disappearance of prey species, where they are eating those species they were dependent for their food. This is prey species, so this is food. Exactly same word they have not used. So here we can use along with that. I have understood that they are talking about these two things. Means their home, loss of their decline of their home, as well as their food sources. That's why they were responsible. Now let's do true false not given. So how to do true false not given? That's more important. If the statement agrees with the information means, first you should understand what is statement. Statement is these questions with the information, the knowledge the information we have got in the paragraph, in the passage, that is the information. If both the things carry the same meaning, then it will be true. If some contradiction in information, then false. And if there is no information about the question statement, then it is not given. Okay, so let's do it. So first we will read the question statement, and then we will go to the paragraph. With the help of keywords, we will find the location and we will try to match the words. So this is the major keyword. I can understand that this figure will take us to the exact location. Okay, so significant numbers, important numbers of thylacines were killed by humans from 1830s onwards. Okay, if the number of thylacines means more number of thylacines were majorly killed by humans then from 1830s, after 1830s, then definitely it will be true. And if they were killed by humans as well as some wild animals, then it will be false. And if they are not talking who killed these animals, then not given. Okay, so let's find this 1830s. So 1830s I can see over here, and let's read it here. Same paragraph where we have left the fifth number question. Because of this date, I have understood that this is the location. The dramatic decline means significant numbers of thylacine in Tasmania, which began in 1830s and continued for a century, which is generally attributed to the relentless efforts of sheep farmers and bounty hunters with shotguns. So it means the dramatic decline of thylacine in this, which began in 1830s, because of this relentless efforts of sheep farmers and bounty hunters with shotguns. It means were killed by humans. These two persons are human only, so it will be true. Now second number question. Several thylacines were born in zoos during late 1800. Now some of the students, they don't know 1800 here in English. It means they are talking about 1700, something like they may be talking about. Okay, and exactly they can talk about it. So late 1800 means they may be talking about 1896, 99 or 1800. After 1875, that is late 1800s. Okay, yeah. But in actual, if you ask me if it is written like 1776, then it will be considered as 18th century. it will be considered 19th century. Okay, but years will remain same. So let's find this zoo word. I can see in next paragraph. You can also read it with me. Several thylacines were born in zoos during late 1800. Let's find this late 1800s. So 1899 is late 1800s. So there was only one successful attempt to breed a thylacine in captivity at this, captivity means zoo-like situation, at Melbourne Zoo in 1899. So several thylacines were born in zoos during late 1800s. So what they are saying? Only one successful attempt. But here they are talking about several thylacines, means several animals were born, thylacines were born in zoo. So actually this is, then contradiction is there. So we will just write here false. Okay, 8th number. John Gill. Now this is the word, they will take us to the location. John Gill's prediction about, some prediction he is doing about the thylacine surprised some biologists. In actual he has done some prediction, and if he has done some prediction about this animal, then it should surprise some biologists. If biologists are not surprised, then it means it is false. And if they are not talking about this person's assumptions about surprising thing and surprise many biologists, then not given. Okay, so John Gill's, let's find this John Gill's person. John Gould is here. Okay, so let's read it here. The famous naturalist John Gill foresaw the thylacine's demise when he published Mammals of Australia. Between this and this, the numbers of this singular animal will speedily diminish. Examination will have its full sway, and it will have the okay, here so nothing is given about some surprising, some prediction, nothing is about prediction, but let's read it in next paragraph some more. However, there seems to have little public pressure to preserve thylacine, nor was much concern expressed by scientists at the decline of the species. So no surprising, no prediction was there. So I will just write here not given. So 9th number question. In the early 19s, now early 19s means maybe date 1912, 1905, till 1925 and till 1930. It means that is early 1900. Many scientists become worried, okay, about the possible extinction of the thylacine. Okay, so many scientists were worried. Let's find this early. So in the same paragraph, I can see this. No, this is next paragraph, sorry. However, a little pressure to preserve, this is early, this is also early, but this we will consider it. He was successfully concerned about the scarcity of thylacine to suggest that some should be captured and placed on a small island, but it was not until 19 with the species on the very edge of extinction. So what they are asking, in the early 19s, many scientists become worried about the possible extinction of thylacine. Many scientists become, okay, so many scientists should become worried here. He was successfully concerned about the some of should be captured with the species on the very edge. Board passed a motion protecting the, I think this is also not given. No concern is given, you can read it. See this. I will just mark it not given. If I find if I will find something relating to worry and all, I will just check it again. 10th, this person named T.T. Flynn proposal to rehome captive thylacines on an island proved to be impractical. Yes, island kind of thing was there. See this. Island. Something was there. Small island is here. See this. Okay, just a minute. So small island, this person's proposal. So this person is here, and at the university he was sufficiently concerned about the scarcity of the thylacine to suggest that some should be captured and placed on a small island, but it was not until 1929, with the species on the very edge of extinction, that Tasmanians animals and birds protection passed a motion protecting this, which thought to be their prime. Okay, so proposal to rehome captive thylacines on an island proved to be impractical. So he had given this proposal. That's right. Okay, that's right. Suggests means proposal. Some should be. But proved to be impractical? No. So it is also false. We can match it. Okay. Should be captured. He was sufficiently concerned about the scarcity of the to suggest some, but it was not until this the species on the very extinction motion, which thought to be prime breeding season. Okay. Okay, next one is, there were still reasonable numbers of thylacine in existence when piece of legislation protecting the species during their breeding season was passed. Okay, so here there were still reasonable number of thylacines were there in according to the question in existence when legislation, some law protecting the, some law, I think they are talking about this law, with the species on the very edge of extinction, that Tasmania's Animals and Birds Protection Board passed a motion protecting only for the month of December, which was thought to be their prime breeding season. The last known wild thylacine to be killed was shot by a farmer. It means this is also false. Still reasonable number of thylacines were not there. Only one last wild thylacine was there. Okay. So here it is also false. You can read it again. So from here, last it is given from here to here, because here they are talking about this motion. Board passed a motion protecting, this is law they are talking. From 1930s to 1936. 1930 is here and 1936 is here. Okay. The only living thylacines were all in captivity. If all the thylacines, the only living thylacines were all in captivity, means zoo, then it is true. If anyone was outside, then it will be false. Okay. The last known wild thylacine to be killed was shot by a farmer in 1930, leaving just captive specimens. Captive means captivity. Yes, official protection of the species by Tasmanian government was introduced. No, from 19 to all were in captive specimen. It means this is true. See this proper sentence I am showing it to you, proper location. 1930 is here, 1936 here. So leaving only wild thylacine to be killed was shot by a farmer, that is given. Leaving just wild was killed by farmer, and 1930 leaving just captive specimen. Captive means that was in zoo. Last question. Attempt to find living thylacines are now rarely made. Now attempt to find living thylacines. Living thylacines are now rarely, now means present or recent. Okay, so here there have been numerous expeditions and searches for the thylacine over the years, none of the which has produced definitive evidence that thylacine still exists. This species was declared extinct in 1886. So attempts to find living thylacines. So they are not talking about any attempts to find living thylacines are now rarely made. So exactly it is not given, everything is not given.